The Galactic Council chamber erupted in chaos the moment Ambassador Chen Wei stepped through the reinforced doors. Every species present, the towering Vorthak with their crystalline exoskeletons, the serpentine Zilani coiled around their gravity platforms, the gaseous ethereals flickering in their containment suits, all recoiled in synchronized terror. Deathworlder! The Vorthak Prime's translation device screeched, its harmonic frequencies shattering 3 nearby crystal displays. The apex predator walks among us. Chen paused, straightening his simple black diplomatic suit and sighed. After 3 months of this reaction, he'd grown weary of the galactic community's hysterics. His dark eyes swept the chamber, noting how even the mighty Krillian Empire's representatives, beings who could crack planets with their bare claws, had pressed themselves against the far walls. "Honored delegates," Chen began, his voice carrying the measured calm that had served him well in Earth's most hostile negotiations. "I come bearing humanity's response to the Predator Accords." The chamber's atmospheric processors whined as panic pheromones flooded the air. The Zilani ambassador, her serpentine form trembling, activated her species' emergency beacon. "It speaks of accords while death radiates from its very presence. We should have never allowed this thing into civilized space." Chen's expression softened, a micro-expression that sent several smaller delegates scurrying for exits. To them, the slight relaxation of his facial muscles resembled the satisfied look of a predator sizing up prey. "If I may," Chen continued, pulling a small device from his jacket. The collective intake of breath, or whatever passed for breathing among the assembled species, was audible. "This contains our official response." The device was simple, a standard galactic data pad no larger than his palm. But in Chen's hands, every delegate saw a weapon. Their evolutionary programming screamed warnings about the bipedal death machine before them, the creature whose species had clawed its way from a gravity-heavy death world to the stars in mere centuries. High Arbiter Thesek, a being of pure energy contained within a geometric lattice, flickered nervously. "State your species' position on the predator classification immediately, human. Will you accept the mandatory restraints, the genetic monitoring, the breeding limitations? Will you submit to the safety protocols designed to protect civilized species from your kind?" Chen's lips curved upward slightly, what humans called a gentle smile, but what appeared to every other being in the chamber as a baring of bone-white fangs. "Humanity respectfully declines." The chamber exploded again. Emergency alarms wailed. 3 species initiated evacuation protocols. The Krillian war caste representative, a mountain of muscle and fury that had conquered 17 star systems, whimpered and activated his personal shield generators. Chen waited for the chaos to subside, then continued speaking in the same measured tone he might use to discuss the weather. "However, we would like to propose an alternative." "Alternative?" The Vorthak Prime's translator was sparking now. "You speak of alternatives while radiating the intent to consume us all. We have analyzed your species' entertainment. Your movies and games celebrate violence. Your sports involve ritualized combat. Your very children play at warfare." Chen nodded thoughtfully. "Yes, we do tend toward the dramatic in our entertainment. But you've missed something crucial in your analysis." From his other pocket, Chen withdrew something that made every being in the chamber freeze. A photograph. The paper rectangle seemed innocuous, but in the hands of an apex predator, it might as well have been a plasma cannon. "This," Chen said, holding up the image, "is my daughter's kindergarten class." The confusion was palpable. The translator devices struggled with the unfamiliar human concepts. "She's 5 years old," Chen continued, his voice carrying a new warmth that somehow made him seem even more terrifying to the assembled delegates. "Every morning she feeds the birds outside our habitat dome. She cries when flowers die. Last week she found an injured cricket and insisted we build it a hospital in her toy box." He turned the photograph toward the nearest delegate, a cautious gesture that sent them scrambling backward. "You see 32 human children in this image. According to your files, each one is a potential apex predator, a killing machine in development. But look closer." Chen's voice dropped to what humans would consider a whisper, but his words carried clearly through the chamber's acoustic systems. "Notice how they're arranged." For the first time since his arrival, the chamber fell completely silent. Thousands of alien eyes, sensors, and perception organs focused on the simple photograph. The taller children, Chen observed, are positioned at the back, the smaller ones in front. Marcus, the boy with the red hair, has a mobility aid. See how the others have naturally arranged themselves to ensure he's included? Visible, protected. Sarah, the girl with the thick glasses, is holding hands with two classmates because they know she can't see as well. The silence deepened. Chen continued his quiet observation. Zara there with the dark skin? Her family are refugees from the Proxima Centauri conflict. Notice how she's not isolated, not othered, but woven into the group. And Tommy, the boy who's smaller than the rest due to a genetic condition? He's not hidden or excluded, they've made him their line leader. High Arbiter Thesek's energy field flickered with what might have been confusion. We do not understand the relevance of these observations. Chen's smile became warmer, more genuine, and somehow more terrifying than any weapon. This is what you've missed in all your analysis of humanity. Yes, we are predators. Yes, we evolved through competition and conflict. But we are also pack animals, social creatures, and our greatest predatory instinct? He paused, letting the question hang in the air. Our greatest predatory instinct is to protect our pack. To include rather than exclude. To strengthen the group by incorporating diversity. To ensure that no member of our community stands alone. Chen carefully returned the photograph to his pocket. You propose accords to control us, to limit us, to separate us from the galactic community. But here's what you don't understand. The moment you make someone part of our pack, we will die to protect them. The moment you threaten someone we've claimed as family, you don't face one human. You face all of us. The chamber remained silent. So here's humanity's counter-proposal to your predator accords, Chen said, his voice carrying across the vast space with quiet authority. Make us your protectors instead of your prisoners. Let us stand guard at your borders. Allow us to defend your children as fiercely as we defend our own. Give us a pack to protect, and you'll never face a more loyal, more determined, more absolutely ruthless ally. He straightened his jacket and turned toward the exit. The choice is yours. But remember, we've already decided you're worth protecting. We claimed you as pack the moment we met you. That photograph? My daughter drew pictures of Zilani and Vorthak classmates she's never met. Because to her, you're already family. As Chen reached the chamber doors, he turned back one final time. The question isn't whether humanity will protect this galaxy. We already have. The question is whether you'll let us do it officially. The doors closed behind him with a soft pneumatic hiss, leaving behind a chamber full of the galaxy's most powerful beings sitting in stunned silence, suddenly seeing the apex predator not as a threat to be contained, but as a guardian they desperately needed. In the quiet that followed, High Arbiter Thesek spoke the words that would reshape galactic civilization. Perhaps we have misunderstood what it means to be human.